I was trying 1700 to go, and I mean, kudos to him for that. Like, caught everyone by surprise and caught me by surprise. I tried to hang on and close the gap a bit, but it wasn't hard enough. So, but perspective is important. Last year I was 100th at this race, and this year I'm second. So I can't be too mad at a 98 place improvement. I'm very grateful for my health and for my teammates and family for being here, and I know so many other people don't get this opportunity, so we'll hit it hard next year. This is a great step in the right direction, but I mean, undoubtedly I'm going to be playing this race in my mind for the next couple weeks because I'm pissed. I mean, I knew that Habtom and Brian were very smart racers, and I figured they were going to run through their gears for a bit, but Habtom fooled me. I mean, I looked back maybe 2K in, and on my right peripheral I saw him, and I was like, okay, he's biding his time, I gotta watch that, and then just forgot about him, and then 1.7K to go, blasts us up that hill. And I mean, it's funny because at Gans Creek I was thinking that might be a spot where like the championship move was made, and I let that slip, so that's on me. But I mean, that's what racing's for, right? We learn, and again, grateful for health. Most importantly, I'm not in the med tent with a heat stroke, so I'm very happy.
Were you surprised so many guys were within like about a second of each other, so deep into the race? Like Gate Cake, there was like 25 guys.
Right. I mean, I looked to my right and left, and I was like, oh, this is quite a big pack. Like, I wonder what's about to happen. And I figured, like, 5K into the race, I was like, all right, this feels way too good. Like, I looked at the clock just to get a gauge of where we were at, and I was like, okay, like, I don't know what it was, like 14:30 something. And I was like, okay, well, for a championship race, that's not the fastest. So I figured it would speed up. It kind of felt natural for a while. And like I said, Habtom just blasted the field, and it was wraps from there. I should have fought harder, but it's whatever. It happens, I learn.
It seems like you've kind of leveled up this season. Maybe it's just confidence, but you just seem a lot more aggressive with your race strategies, just more confident in your moves. Talk to me about that change over the last few months or some months.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that's been learned during the indoor track season. I kind of had an awakening after my heat stroke during cross country, got on a really good winter block, and came into the indoor season really, really fit. And I started to become better at kind of being at the front of races and being super aggressive. And I still wasn't the best at it. Like at the 5K outdoors, I took the lead 2K in, maybe 1600 in, and I started cranking it down to like 64s, but that wasn't aggressive enough. Like if you're gonna take the front of a race, you gotta make it vicious. And I learned that the hard way. So when I came into cross this year, I was like, all right, when I make moves, they're moves. They're not gradual, it's a slap in the face, like Habtom just gave the whole field. And I practiced that at ACCs, 3K in, boom, hit the gas. Didn't look back, and it paid off. And it's really, like you said, it comes from confidence. Coming off 13:07 during the summer at the Sound Running Meet in LA, that was a big confidence boost, and I knew that I still wasn't quite there yet in terms of my potential, and I was only getting better, and this is the healthiest and the fittest I've ever been, so I knew that I could win today. I just needed to execute properly, and overall I think I executed pretty well. Just that last bit what killed me, and that's something that will haunt me.
Did you think you're making a move today when it was that big pack with like 2K to go or so?
I mean, no, I knew that Habtom and Brian would run through their gears, and I knew that if I wanted a chance at winning, I had to be the last one to do it. And Habtom caught me by surprise. He got me beat.
The last 2 years, you didn't run as a freshman, I think, and then last year you said, I think it was after freshman. Like, what happened the last 2 years that you won? Yeah, so freshman year I had a stress reaction, like popped up the day after Nuttycombe, so that took me out the rest of the season. Then last year at ACCs I had an exertional heat stroke, and I wasn't allowed to train for 18 days after that, so I ran the national meet, but the goal at the national meet was, hey man, just do what you can to help the team score. I'm not expecting anything exceptional out of you. I know like you're not superhuman, you're not an alien, you've lost something, but I know you can fight, so that's why I'm putting you in. And I scored 5th for our team, but it wasn't my full potential that day. Have you given any thoughts around the US Cross Country Championships?
Absolutely. 3 weeks ago I was very hesitant to it, and the more and more I've thought about it, the more and more I'm just like, absolutely, I would love to do it. So I think that I've still got to confirm this with Coach, but I think that I'm definitely leaning towards US Cross.
It's kind of interesting because the collegians will almost have an advantage over the pros in that race, coming off of such a long season. Do you think about that at all?
I mean, all the pros, I mean, it's their job to train, so they're undoubtedly going to be prepared. And I mean, you've got guys like Nico Young, Graham Blanks, Connor Mance, all guys that are, you know, top 3 finishers at cross country national championships. They know how to run cross country, so they're not going to be any pushovers at the meet, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited to mix it up with the pros and see what I can do, because I know that, like I said, right now I'm the healthiest and fittest I've ever been.
How did this shape your goals for the indoor and outdoor track season?
Sorry, repeat the question.
How did this shape your goals for the track season?
So going into this year, we thought, hey, dude, you've really knocked it out of the park this track season. Like I said, indoor season was great, outdoor season was pretty good. And so we said, hey, last 2 years you haven't had a championship cross-country season. You've knocked it out on the track. You've proved yourself there. Let's prove yourself in a championship cross-country race, and let's see how that makes you uber confident going into indoor season or an outdoor season. Granted, this year's different because it's World Cross, so maybe not indoors, we'll see. But I'm absolutely super confident coming off today and doing what I did here.
And you said like this is your first national meet, you've come in 100%.
Yeah.
What are some of the emotions involved with that as well that you're taking away from today?
I never take any of this for granted anymore. I know that being in the position of watching from the sidelines, or being in the position of, you know, being out for 18 days before and getting put on the line and saying, hey, do what you can. I never take any of this for granted anymore. And I know that there are so many guys who are watching this race right now from home, watching this on the sidelines, and they're just dying for the opportunity, dying for the chance to come out and run a race like this, and to be healthy enough and to be fit enough to come out and race in a championship race like this, because it really wears on the mind, especially in those phases where maybe you're coming back from a stress injury and it feels like it's almost getting worse as you're coming back, and it hurts more, and it starts this mental cycle like downhill, and it's not fun, and I've been there. So to those people who are experiencing that right now, stay the course, keep working hard. It's not going to be linear. It's going to be roller coasters of emotions, where some days it'll feel amazing and the next day it'll feel like it's regressed, but you can come back. You're really strong. I suggest to look at this as something that happened for a reason, something with purpose. It's meant to sharpen your mind, meant to teach you something, and to propel you forward to better things in the future. So I know that there are so many people dying out there for a chance like this, and that's why I just don't take it for granted anymore, because I've been in their position and it's not easy. So keep working.
There's been a lot of talk this season about international athletes in the NCAA. You're the top American in the field. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you like going up against these guys? Like, they should be better, or how do you feel?
Absolutely. I think that it's great for guys like me who are at the top competing. It's just more competition, and I welcome it. It makes me better. But I understand that there's also the 18-year-old Americans coming out of high school who come into the college system, and they're running against guys who are much older than them, guys who are much more fitter than them, and it's frustrating. I understand why people are frustrating, but ultimately it's the name of the game, and you got to adapt to compete at the top level. And I think there are certainly changes that can be made. It's not a perfect system at all. It's definitely flawed, but ultimately there's positives and negatives to it, but I welcome competition.
Thanks, Rocky.
Yep.